family to win second term. Food votes, GMO labeling rejected in Colorado, probably Oregon. Berkeley votes for soda taxes. Yeah, let's tax sodas, but not ban, not allowing GMO labeling. So that's just some of the news. I'm going to go to your phone calls now. We're going to go to Luden in Israel. Then we're going to go to Daryl, Richard, Mike, Angela. We're going to go to everybody right now. Luden in Israel, what's your take on the election here?
Well, shalom from Jerusalem, Alex.
Welcome.
Well, we like to thank all the American voters who basically are standing up against this Barack Hussein Obama. As you know, his Middle East policy is a disaster. He continues to support Hamas and Fatah here in Israel, and today we had a terror attack where one died and many injured due to these so-called peace, false negotiations, as I call them. Obama needs to wake up and smell the coffee, and he needs to leave the White House at once, immediately. He needs to be impeached because he has done nothing for the country but just spend, and give money to his big party. That's all he's done, and especially with the treatment that he has given to our Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu. And it is time for us as Jews to basically come back and be Republicans and stand for what we believe in.
Well, I mean, I'll say this. I used to hear that Obama was secretly a radical Muslim and didn't believe it, but then Odinga, his cousin, and others got caught, even in the Egyptian courts, with the documents shipping in hundreds of million out of Kenya. You saw the Kenya mall attack into Egypt to overthrow the government and put radicals in, and then overthrowing Gaddafi and putting al-Qaeda in, trying to overthrow Syria to put radicals in, trying to overthrow Iraq, funding ISIS. And then you pull back, and over $200 million a year by the State Department is being sent to Hamas. Why would the Democrats want to destabilize the Middle East and fund Hamas? It's crazy. Why would they try to order the cities and counties to not arrest illegals that have committed felonies? And then why would they want to legalize felons, which they're doing on record? Why would you want to say, if you can get here from anywhere in the world and you're a felon, a robber, a rapist, an arsonist, we want to legalize you? That is the most bizarre behavior. I mean, because I've never been a partisan person, but the Democrats do appear to be completely mentally ill.
Well, let me tell you something. Hamas has fired over 15,000 rockets into Israel, and the Barack Hussein Obama administration has been quiet all along. Just not long ago, a few months ago, we had a war where they fired over 500 rockets in a span of 40 to 50 days. And the Obama administration kept quiet in all this, and they kept sending this John Kerry to so-called try and defuse the situation. But they know that Hamas wants the total destruction of Israel. Barack Hussein Obama was a known supporter of Mohammed Morsi, who was the president of the Muslim Brotherhood. He was supporting the Muslim Brotherhood, who is an offshoot of Hamas.
I know.
So, I mean...
Listen, it's crazy. I'm going to jump to another caller, but clearly it's part of a larger destabilization program worldwide. It's reckless. It's insane, regardless of what side you're on. Israel's not going anywhere. They have nuclear weapons, and it's just a mess. Let's talk to Angela in Texas. Thanks for holding her on the air.
Hello?
Yep, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I just wanted to comment on the election. I definitely would have rather seen libertarians, take over everything, but of course that's kind of like maybe a far-off goal. I would say it's mostly a plus, but I do think that moving forward, if the Republicans, or at least those Tea Party elements of the Republican Party, do not reach out to minorities — I'm a minority myself, I'm a Black American — and if you don't, I think that for the most part, the Democrats have been able to brainwash and control the minority vote because they at least acknowledge them, even though it's in a completely corrupt manner. The Republicans neglect.
Hold on, I want to hear more from you. So stay there, Angela. Thanks for calling in. I want to let you finish your thoughts. Then we'll go to Daryl, and we'll go to Mike and Richard and Robert and many others. But that's totally true. There's been such a monopoly on the minorities by the Democrats. Republicans just basically accepted that to their own peril. And so I agree with you. We need to reach out to everybody with the ideas of free market freedom. I'm going to come back to you. Stay with us.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to generate an endless supply of natural silver solutions. SilverLungs.com. You'll find no wild claims or pseudoscience, just a lifetime of nano-sized pure silver solutions. The Silver Lungs generator allows you to make your own, so stop paying for silver solutions. The unique lung delivery system targets respiratory infections where other silver solutions simply cannot reach. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at SilverLungs.com. That's SilverLungs.com.
A lot of people's lives and bodies are out of balance. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops optimize pH level and get rid of harmful waste and acid. Just a few drops in water restores vibrance and energy and gets you back in balance. Now order 2 bottles and get $10 off your order. Sign up for monthly auto shipping and save 25%. Call 800-518-7615 or visit alkavision.com. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Warnings of an American collapse hit us nearly every day. Gear up while you still can with Infidel Body Armor. Don't spend between $500 and $600. Infidel is available for just $374.99 with free shipping within the U.S. Made in America and legal in all 50 states. Resist tyranny with Infidel Body Armor. Buy yours today at InfidelBodyArmor.com. Spelled INFIDEL BodyArmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Digestive health is key to wellness, and Pro-EM1 is the key to digestive health. Pro-EM1 is a daily liquid probiotic that improves food absorption and supports weight loss by removing toxins from your system. Recommended by doctors, Pro-EM1 is 100% natural, organic, non-GMO, wheat, soy, gluten, and dairy-free. Call us today at 888-611-8025 or visit ProEM1.com to save over $25 on your order. That's 888-611-8025 or PROEM1.com.
On September 30th, 2014, the first confirmed case of Ebola appeared in the U.S. This, combined with several other unidentified viruses, have some of our customers at 30dayfoodsupply.com concerned about the safety of our domestic food supply, resulting in a surge of our $99 90-serving kits. While we at 30dayfoodsupply.com have no expertise in epidemiology, we are aggressively purchasing raw materials that are currently in stock, and we intend to continue to sell our 30-day non-GMO emergency food supply for only $99 as long as we can. Oregon Trail Foods and 30dayfoodsupply.com keep prices low by buying directly from the producers in Oregon and then pass the savings on to you. Call 541-229-0010 and purchase our 30-day, 90-day serving emergency food supplies for only $99, and $10 ships your entire order to the lower 48. Visit our website at 30dayfoodsupply.com or call 541-229-0010. 541-229-0010.
In 1814, we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans. And
this is such a paradox. Alex Jones here, back live. We see a massive political realignment by the Tea Party in the Republican Party, propelling them to victory with the rhetoric that exposed how criminal the Democrats are when the Republican leadership wouldn't criticize them for Fast and Furious, for IRS Gate, for Obamacare, for open borders. They're involved in almost all of that because they're run by the very same globalist, the very same special interest. And so now this happens, and they go, this is a referendum against the Tea Party and against Obama, and we can now do whatever we want. No, we want Obamacare repealed. We want the gun grabbing to stop. We want the treason to stop. And Mitch McConnell and Boehner's answer is, we're not going to repeal Obamacare. So they tell the junior senators and House members, sit down and shut up. But you're not junior, as they call you in the committee system. You're elected just like anybody else, just as important. And a tip to House and Senate members, you want to rise like a Rand Paul or a Ted Cruz? Nobody calls them junior anymore, or implies they don't matter. They're prominent because they're hardcore, not because they start waffling. And Rand Paul needs to stay the course. Okay, Angela in Texas, go ahead, give us your take on the situation.
Oh, yes, sir. I totally agree with you. And I think the point I was making was the neglect of the Republican Party towards minorities. And I think that, yeah, of course the Republicans are, they're trying to spin it as this is a repudiation of the Tea Party and the Democrats so that they can, remain in power. But I think that we should nourish the Tea Party while it's aligned with the Republican Party, and when it gets strong enough, break away. And another point, and yeah, like you said, being more radical is what people are responding to. So the Tea Party elements in reaching out to minorities, for instance, they're mostly, against abortion or against government handouts. Well, why not point out 1 in 2 black babies are aborted? I mean, it's very easy things that I think that the black community or even the Mexican community, you can also, sorry, I'm getting a little nervous on the radio, but also pointing out how this influx of illiterate, and I mean nothing against them as human beings, but this cheap labor coming in is actually going to hurt minorities all. It's going to drive you. If you think
it's going to hurt poor people, and it's going to drive down the wages to the point it won't even help third world people anymore, and America won't be a place to run to. And I think it's very positive that so many, quote, minority men and women at the state and federal level just got elected. In fact, more new minorities got elected as Republicans as they did this time as Democrats. I think that's a very healthy sign. Very exciting. God bless you. I appreciate your call. Mike in Florida, you're on the air. Thanks for calling.
Hi, Alex. How are you?
Good.
Long-time listener, first-time caller. I just wanted to talk about the hypocrisy of the Florida elections.
Sure.
Basically, what we had is Amendment 2. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's the bill to legalize medical marijuana. And
that failed. That failed in Florida.
Yes, it failed. And it failed by just a little bit. It was 58% of the vote, and it requires a 60% majority. And I did a little research into it, and what I found is that back in 2006, they had an amendment called Amendment 3, and that is the amendment that made it a supermajority. And let's see, it only required, at that point, it only required 50% of the vote to pass. So they made the supermajority amendment, and they did it with 57% of the vote.
Well, you know that the big casino owner out of New Jersey, Sheldon Adelson, who's involved in all sorts of shady things, Adelson, is behind the Florida anti-pot campaign. He spent 85% of the money spent on that was by him. And it's always these casino gangster types connected to private prison industries that want to keep drugs illegal. Now, gee, why is it always the big dons, the big capos that are anti-free speech, anti-gun, and pro-drug war? Because they want to continue to keep the whole game running. And a lot of drug dealers out there want to keep drugs illegal. Why? Because it keeps the price up. It's not that I like the drug culture, but keeping drugs illegal, just like 10 years of alcohol prohibition in the 20s. On record, you can look up the numbers, triple the alcoholism, triple the bad alcohol poisoning, and it more than tripled organized crime and corrupted the police. Well, prohibition ends. They suddenly make narcotics illegal you could buy at the drugstore. You could go in the store and have them mix you a soft drink at the counter with cocaine in it or heroin. And there was much less use then because everybody knew losers did laudanum. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
We're on the march.